we were remarking and impressed that Bitcoin had been much more stable. It was in the 17,500 to 23,000 range. It had been more stable than the equity markets and the bond markets. And we thought, wow, that could be a leading indicator. Maybe Bitcoin's going to be a leader in the next bull market.
Founder of ARK Invest, Cathie Wood, has explained the stability of Bitcoin and Ethereum in a recent interview. She has discussed her speculations and tells that despite the crypto market crash, Bitcoin had been stable enough. She also have presented a brief review that why Bitcoin had been so stable and opposed all of its negative assumptions. Watch complete interview to understand what she trusts is the future of Bitcoin. Before moving ahead, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and share it with your friends.
During the past month, a number of commodity prices have had a bit of a rebound. I think that's partly because the dollar has come down and commodity prices are based in dollars. The other market to focus on and try and glean some information from is the crypto market. We were remarking and impressed that Bitcoin had been much more stable. It was in the 17,500 to 23,000 range. It had been more stable than the equity markets and the bond markets. And we thought, wow, that could be a leading indicator. Maybe Bitcoin's going to be a leader in the next bull market. And then, of course, early in November, FTX went bankrupt. It does appear that there has been fraud involved. Now, what we took from the price break associated with it, if you looked at a chart of Bitcoin, as many technicians have from the beginning of this year, they've basically said this thing's going back to 10 to 12,000. That's where it has support. It doesn't have much support between here and there. Well, guess what? It stopped at 15.5 and it is now around 17. So it has withstood a massive amount of uncertainty in terms of what's going on in the crypto market. And one of the things we have been impressed by is how the Bitcoin blockchain and Ethereum, neither one of them skipped a beat in terms of operations. No transactions interrupted at all. If you think back, if you were in the markets in 2008, 2009, the markets froze. Banks stopped processing. They didn't know where the counterparty risk was, and the absence of information, the absence of transparency, the market froze and the Fed had to come in. It was a near-death experience for the global financial system. Well, it has not been a near-death experience for crypto. And it's highlighting how important transparency is. We can see every transaction on the network by IP address. We can follow the money by IP address. And the decentralization of the network is also paramount. You know, it was very interesting that Sam Bankman-Fried never liked Bitcoin. Well, it's becoming obvious to me now that I know he never liked it, why he didn't like it. It's because it's not centralized. There's no way to control it, like he was controlling his empire. So it highlights this, the dual nature, decentralization, transparency, and regulators are beginning to understand this. The newest SEC commissioner, Jaime Lizarraga, he highlighted how important decentralization and transparency are. And a lesson learned from this crisis. And so from a regulatory point of view, the focus on those two variables could be very good for the crypto asset ecosystem. Every time we go through a battle test of the crypto asset ecosystem, I feel better. I feel better. If you look at the trajectory of Bitcoin, while the swings are wild. And that's why we're so impressed. We didn't get back down to 10 to 12,000. A lot of the traders and hedge funds involved in crypto just look at the charts and press and press and press and press until they get what they want and get what they believe will happen. Well, that didn't happen. Now, I'm not saying it won't, but I think the odds have gone down quite dramatically, and truly impressed at the relative stability, especially in Bitcoin and Ether to some extent.